Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing language of corporate filings. Sometimes it feels like a resignation is more straightforward than these documents, but let's see what happens when an executive leaves a well-known burger chain. Today we're diving into an amendment from Red Robin Gourmet Burgers Inc., specifically an 8K filing that updates us on a significant departure. This is an amendment, meaning they're updating a previous report. The main news here is about the exit of their Chief People Officer, Megan Spuler, and what that means for her pocket. The original report date is August 16, 2025, but this amendment is likely clarifying or adding details about this executive transition. Red Robin, the familiar burger joint, is making some changes internally. They're incorporated in Delaware, a common practice for many companies. Now, this is their commission file number, pretty standard stuff for tracking their submissions. Here's their IRS employer identification number, kind of like their social security number. Their headquarters are in Englewood, Colorado. But if you needed to call them, that's the number, but we're more interested in what's happening financially and with their people. Red Robin stock trades under the ticker RRGB on the Nasdaq Global Select Market. This tells us it's a publicly traded company and their shares are available for anyone to buy or sell. They are not checking the box to be considered an emerging growth company. This usually means they've been around for a while and aren't taking advantage of certain relaxed reporting requirements for newer companies. This section tells us what the filing is all about. It's about someone leaving the executive ranks, specifically the Chief People Officer. So Megan Spuler, the Chief People Officer, packed her bags on August 20, 2025. This is a significant role as the Chief People Officer is responsible for everything related to employees, from hiring and training to compensation and company culture. When such a key person leaves, it often sparks questions. Now this is where it gets interesting. When an executive leaves, especially from a public company, there's typically a severance agreement, a kind of handshake deal detailing what the executive gets as they exit. This agreement is dated August 27, 2025. First off, Megan is getting a cool $375,000. This is stated to be 12 months of her base salary, so around $31,250 per month for a year after she leaves. This is a pretty standard amount for executive severance, often designed to give the departing executive a cushion while they figure out their next move or while they're restricted from working for a competitor. Next, she'll receive a partial bonus. This is calculated based on how long she worked in 2025 and the company's performance for the full year. If Red Robin had a great year, she'll get a proportional cut of her expected bonus. This incentivizes executives to stay and perform even as they approach a potential departure. And finally, her health insurance premiums are covered. For 12 months after she leaves, she'll receive a lump sum payment equivalent to what Red Robin was paying for her health insurance, including coverage for her dependents. This is a nice perk, especially in the current healthcare landscape, ensuring she and her family are covered without interruption. Now, about stock. Any stock options or units that were already hers are still hers. However, anything that was still unvested, meaning she had to stay with the company for a certain period to earn them, those are forfeited. This is pretty standard. Companies do this to ensure loyalty and reward employees for staying. If you leave before your stock vests, you don't get to keep it. A crucial part of any severance agreement is the waiver and release. This means that by accepting this package, Megan is agreeing not to sue Red Robin for any reason related to her employment or departure. It's a way for the company to protect itself from future legal action. She's also bound by some pretty standard restrictive covenants. She can't spill company secrets or badmouth the company. For a whole year after she leaves, she's also agreeing not to compete with Red Robin or try to hire away their employees or suppliers. These are all designed to protect the company's interests, even after an executive has moved on. This just means the details we're talking about are from the official severance agreement, which is included as an attachment to this filing. So if you want the nitty gritty, you can check out the full document. Item 9.01 is for exhibits. It's like the appendix of the report where they list all the supporting documents. And here it is, Exhibit 10. 1. The actual severance agreement with Megan Spuler. This is the legal document backing up everything we just discussed. Exhibit 1.4 is the interactive data file for the cover page, which is standard for modern filings. Here's the signature section where someone authorized signs off on the report. And this is signed by Sarah A. Musetta. Sarah A. Musetta. She holds the title of Chief Legal Officer. As the legal chief, it's her job to ensure these reports are accurate and properly filed. So, what does this departure tell us about Red Robin? A chief people officer leaving is always notable. It could signal a strategic shift in how the company views its workforce, or perhaps a disagreement on company direction. The severance package itself, roughly $375,000 plus bonus and benefits, is a significant sum, but typical for an executive at this level. It shows that Red Robin, like many companies, is willing to pay to ensure a smooth transition and avoid potential legal entanglements when a senior leader departs. The restrictive covenants are standard business practice, aiming to protect intellectual refusal at fee $355,000 plus bonus and benefits, is a significant sum but typical for an executive at this level. It shows that Red Robin, like many companies, is willing to pay to ensure a smooth transition and avoid potential legal entanglements when a senior leader departs. The restrictive covenants are standard business practice aiming to protect intellectual property and employee relationships. Looking at Red Robin more broadly, they've faced challenges in recent years. Like many companies in the casual dining sector, the success of these agreements often hinges on the company's overall financial health. While this filing doesn't give us the profit and loss statements, the ability to offer such a severance package implies they have the liquidity to manage such events. We'd need to look at their broader financial filings to see if this is a sign of strength or just standard procedure during a period of change. The key takeaway here is that while the CEO or CFO might grab headlines, the Chief People Officer is crucial for the company's internal engine. Their departure, especially with a public severance agreement, warrants a closer look at Red Robin's human capital strategy and its overall stability. What's your take on this executive departure and the severance package? Do you think this signals bigger changes coming at Red Robin? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give us a like and subscribe for more corporate intelligence. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.